Hey everyone, Jordan Meyer here, Wholesome Family Farms. The goats decided they wanted stockpile today, but they're supposed to be in the pen right there, but I can't blame them for getting out. My fence is not made for goats there, so them walking through the fence on this side is kind of typical. Can't blame them for it. Here's the dogs, Mia and Emmy. How you doing, Emmy? Yeah, I'm really happy with how they're doing. The goats are really thriving too. After a lot of culling and a lot of death loss and a lot of predator loss, we think we may have it figured out. But the goat's body condition is doing really good. Every one of them is doing excellent. There's some left out there, so digging, but every time I come out with the tractor or just walk up even, they just come over. That's just what goats do. So come on, goats. Come on, goats. Goats are goofy. Come on, goats. There's a cow and her calf. That calved earlier this year, if you didn't notice. December 28th they calved, and yeah, we're keeping them separate from the bull and the other calves that have nuts yet. So, but this little bugger here, I don't know if that's just regular foxtail or what she's eating, but seems to like it. Man, these things, they just eat any, seems like they eat anything. Oh, but that one there, okay, really good prime example. She figured out that them seed heads have a lot more protein and stuff in them than anything else, so that's what she was after. And dogs eating snow, which they still can get to the yard and get their water whenever they want. So but there is a lot of orchard grass and brome grass and timothy out here. I've seen some of them are digging earlier, but I think most of them are just finding out where the nice big clumps of grass are sticking out, and then they're just going for that for the most part. And that's one of our bottle fed kids right there. They're gonna have to learn like the rest of them. That goat there with the collar on her, she's got a little bare spots on her. I think it's from her collar. We're gonna have to get a different collar for her, one that fits tighter and a little bit more broad so it doesn't do that. She carries the cowbell around. Man, these things are just fat though. Like, I am so impressed by them. Like, they're doing so good. There's no wormer done on this farm, no supplements. It's just hay and whatever they can find. Pretty cool. Some of them, obviously, like you look at this one here, we do have some dairy in here, but like this one here, I think she may have a little bit of worm load. I'm not sure, but she's still looking pretty much fantastic for how far into the winter we are and everything. And we do not wean any of our kids either, so very pleased with what we got going here. Just need a lot more of them. We're thinking of buying more, but we have a lot going on right now. The wife and I, we just bought my uncle out of the dairy farm there at home, so we got that going. And yeah, there's a lot of irons in the fire right now, so we might even get some steers in today for our stocker program that we do in the summertime. We're looking to get 150 of those and run them on the grass out here this summer. And then the cow-calf pairs, they're going to be going over to my mother-in-law's on that farm that we got established all in new seeding last year, so we're really excited to see how that performs this year. And we left a ton of feed over there this last fall. We pulled the cows out of there at the end of October, and there is, in some places, there is over a foot of grass left. So we definitely left the armor on the soil over there, so we're really excited to see how that turns out next year here, or this year I should say. Really heavy stand of clover, but hoping that the grasses will come and fill in a little bit thicker this year. So definitely exciting to see, and can't wait for grass, that's for sure. Here's one of the bucks we used. He was just right out of our own herd too. We really believe in the epigenetics thing, so keeping the bucks or bulls out of our herds is important to us, and the way we raise them here, it's all things to consider. When we first started out with these goats, you know, like we tried getting them out of the yard and they wouldn't even leave the yard when there's snow on the ground, and now they run out here and do it willingly. So it's crazy how fast animals adapt to your environment if you start working them towards what you want. Treat the animals how you want them to be and they will be that. It just takes time and patience, and sometimes money. Because we started out with, oh man, probably more goats than we have now, and we've already been doing goats for 2 years, so that tells you how rough it's been. But now I think we're finally gonna start reaping the rewards. So it's definitely exciting to see though. But when you go up to goats like this and just see how fat and filled out they are and just slick and shiny, like, man, it is awesome to see. And this one here, let's see her here. Oh, she's got a tag on her. Yep, she would have been a kid last year, so not this last spring, but yeah, so she'll be kidding in May hopefully, and them may be her first set of kids that she'll have, or kid, whatever she does have this spring. But there was a couple even last spring. They got some weird deal. I don't know if it was from the hay or what it was, but it's something that cats can spread, and it caused some of our doelings to abort. So that was kind of quite the deal. I forgot what it's called, but they say that once they get it once, then they're good to go after that, and there's usually no issues with it. So, but we do have a bunch of doelings that'll be possibly kidding this year too, so we'll see how that all turns out. But yep, definitely excited for the next growing season. What a goofball. They love the snow. It's crazy. And it's something too with the guard dogs. This one here, we didn't get her until, oh, I don't know if it must have been December. Some friends of ours had her, and she was constantly barking at everybody that came in the yard and stuff, and they couldn't handle the barking, but that's something what we wanted. So she really fit good into our environment here, and she was raised with goats before that too, so that makes a big difference. And then our other dog, I don't know where she went. I think she went down the hill there further, but yeah, we had her raised with our bottle kids the whole summer. So she's one with the goats too, and it's pretty cool to see how they actually really work hard to basically earn the trust from the goats, so they actually aren't afraid of them. Like, they can go walking right through the whole herd and it doesn't even bother them, versus right away when we first got them, you know, they would just be terrified and just run for the nearest barn or corner they could find and get away from them. So yep, just hopefully it all keeps going like it is now into the summertime, and we should be good to go. But with that, I'm gonna get things set up here for the steers when they come. I gotta get them all, gotta snow blow a little bit out of the yard and get things ready to go for the trailer to back up to there, and then get the hay set into the yard, because I gotta electric train them to the fence and all that too. So busy. With that, I'm gonna hang her up here, and thanks for watching, and everyone have a good one.